Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we will be doing a reading from the 7th to the 14th of May. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you and you're interested in a private reading with me, links for that will be in the description box if you are interested. Sagittarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge, Sagittarius, is the Ace of Pentacles. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Wands upright. Okay, so for you, Sagittarius, your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with this second week of May bringing in some sort of opportunity to you. I feel this opportunity is being handed to you. And this opportunity that's coming into your life is going to allow you to completely move to the next level. It's going to allow you to walk through the door and your life is going to change. Now, the challenge with the Ace of Pentacles is seeing that opportunity, recognizing that opportunity, and seeing that opportunity available to you. Are you going to take advantage of that opportunity? And if you are, how do you plan on going about doing that? Okay, so when we clarify your challenge, it's going to give you some sort of insight into how you can recognize specifically how to harness this opportunity that is coming into your life. Okay. All right. Let's clarify everything and let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Temperance. You have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with somebody who's been inconsistent with you, okay? I feel like this is a love interest. It could be a friend, family member, somebody who's been very inconsistent with you. You've been very patient with this person. And I feel very strongly here that you may be required to be more patient, okay? I know a lot of you don't want to be patient. Maybe you're tired of waiting. And that's going to be your challenge, right? Your challenge here is, are you willing to wait? Are you willing to wait for this opportunity? Are you willing to be patient in the situation? Some of you may say, you know what? No, I don't want to wait anymore. I'm going to move on. And that's going to be totally up to you. But that's the challenge here. The challenge here is to have patience in regards to a situation in your life in order to receive that opportunity that's coming in. Now, of course, we're going to go through your reading. We're going to see how this ties into your challenge. Usually as I go through the reading, there's more information that ties back to your challenge that will give you a better insight in terms of what's going on, okay? So bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles. Some of you, I did mention this to Leo, some of you have maybe a moon in Sagittarius, or you have a Leo energy, maybe a rising Leo or a moon Leo. There's something here about you over giving to a situation and not seeing the fruit of your investments. Okay. So some of you are being very generous, very giving to the situation. And you may be saying to yourself, why hasn't this happened yet? Why haven't I received the opportunity? It's almost as if you're pouring into something. And by now you would have expected that you would have received something or got something, in regards to this situation. Okay, so this is going to be a big part of your challenge. Let's clarify the recent past. So in the recent past, Sagittarius, you have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. So very strong connection that you may have been involved in here in the past. You have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel here that there was a lot of happiness here. There was a lot of happiness. Really, a lot of you may have felt here in the past that because there was something here in your life that was on and off, there was something that was inconsistent, you were questioning it. You were questioning it in the way of, am I going to be happy with this person? Are we going to be fulfilled? Am I going to be able to celebrate with this person? And for many of you, there was this need for clarity in the past about a relationship. Now, if you were single, because some of you were single here in the past, you may have questioned whether or not you were ever going to find the one. Am I going to find the one? Am I going to find the person that I'm meant to be with? Am I ever going to be happy? This is what I'm seeing in the past. Now, you also have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is a bit of a lonely energy. It's a bit of an isolating energy. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and you have the Emperor. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel here with the Eight of Swords, you didn't want to be in this place of feeling alone. You didn't want to be in this place of feeling like you didn't have a relationship to be in, somebody to confide in, somebody to be with. So a lot of you in the recent past may have been involved in a relationship where you were left, you were abandoned, and you really had to look within yourself to find the wisdom to overcome this abandonment. Because of this abandonment, a lot of you felt alone. You felt like you didn't have anything really to live for here in the past. As a result of that, you needed to make an important decision here in the past about your life, a choice, a decision about your life. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and you have the Nine of Swords. So in the recent past, there was a lot of fear here, a lot of fear of a choice or decision you had to make about your life. I do feel some of you, not all of you, there was a lot of this overeating, over drinking, and you may have gained weight here in the past. And the reason why a lot of you did that was to really offset the anxiety and stress that you had, okay? Now, either in the past you left somebody or they left you. And the reason why you may have done this was because you already may have felt alone in the connection already, okay? So in the past, you had no other choice but to work on yourself, focus on yourself, find your own income, rely on yourself because you were questioning a relationship here in the past that you were involved in, okay? Now, of course, in the past, it felt very dreamy, it felt great, but it quickly came to an end here in the past, okay? That's what I'm seeing for you in the past. Now, in the present moment, let's clarify all the cards. Okay, so bottom of the deck, in the present moment, you have the Six of Swords, okay, which is indicating that you're moving away from something or you've already moved away from it. The Ten of Swords is clarified, okay? Ten of Swords is clarified by, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the World, and the Chariot. So at the top of your reading, that's really what's going on with you. That's your energy right now, what's really going on with you. And what's really going on with you is a lot of you are leaving something. You're closing something out. You're ending something. In the second week between now and the mid-May energy, a lot of you are going to recognize that something's done. It's done. It's over. You have closed things out. You're moving on from the situation. Could be a job that you're in that you know that it's just simply not for you. Some of you feel in the present moment that you've given so much to a job, a relationship, a situation in your life that no matter how much you put energy into the situation, it just doesn't seem to get better. So a lot of you know now in the present moment that it's time to move on from it. Some of you are still in denial, okay? Some of you are still in this place of, should I go, should I stay, should I not? This is a common theme with the fire signs, especially because at the end of May, Saturn is gonna move into Aries, and it's gonna create a whole new cycle for the fire signs. And in March, Neptune entered into Aries as well. So this is also affecting the fire signs as well. So you also have the Seven of Cups here in the present moment, which is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of you are reevaluating whether or not you should continue to invest into something. There's something here about investing into a specific relationship, project, investment. Some of you are really tired in the present moment in regards to the situation, so you're reevaluating it and you're trying to determine what is the best course of action moving forward. Now, others of you, you have the Tower here, so something is breaking down. Something that you thought was very stable, at a moment's notice, it just breaks down in front of your face. And you may be saying, how did this happen? Out of nowhere, it just kind of boom, right? This has a lot to do with maybe a family situation, a friendship, a relationship. And really in the present moment, a lot of you are needing to make plans for the future, really to think about, okay, what's my next move? What am I planning to do? So something here in the present moment is closing out. It's done. Some of you are in denial still. Some of you are still in this place of, is there something I can do to make it better? Should I still continue to give to this situation? But ultimately what ends up happening is something here just stops working, okay? It crumbles, it stops working, there's a breakup. And the reason why this is all happening is because there was something here that you may have been ignoring for quite some time. Either you or this person, somebody here was ignoring something here that really just wasn't working. It was already done. It was already finished. But somebody continued being in denial, okay? And this is what I see in the present moment. And it will come to the point where somebody just says, you know what, I'm out. I'm done. Now, for some of you, you're going to watch this and you're going to say that's already happened. If that's already happened for you, you're in a completely different timeline. And this reading is still picking up on the energy of people who are in denial. Okay. Because some of you are watching this and you feel like it's done, you know, it's done, but you still are in this place of, well, maybe it's not quite done yet. Maybe there's still this chance here. What ends up happening, and a lot of you may not want to hear this, is the Tower. What ends up happening is it just something here that was once very stable. You will have to figure out what your next move is going to be after that. Okay. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but that's what I'm seeing in the cards. Okay. The reading isn't for everybody. It's for a specific group of people. Okay. Now let's clarify the near future. Okay, so you're showing up here in the near future, which is quite interesting. You have the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I think a lot of you are going to realize that the situation that you're currently in right now that's forcing you to step outside of your comfort zone, it's going to allow you to see things from a completely different perspective in the near future. A lot of you are going to say, oh, this needed to happen to me. Even though in the present moment you don't want it to happen to you, a lot of you are going to realize in the near future that this situation is going to force you to move into a new direction. It's going to force you to walk away, possibly to find new love, okay, and commit yourself to a new love. That could also be the case, or a new relationship. And others of you are finally going to recognize your opportunities. Opportunities have not been available to you because you remain in situations that are not for you, okay? The more you entertain and you involve yourself in situations that don't help you grow, that don't help you to step outside of your comfort zone, that keep you stagnant, the more you end up missing opportunities. And this is why the Ace of Pentacles is your challenge, okay? I'm seeing 1046 on the clock. That's your angel number for this week. I recommend looking up 1046 online and then commenting it below. Whoever comments it below first, I will pin them to the comment section and I will like your comment, okay? So in the near future, you have the Temperance, a very important message for you, Sagittarius. What's your important message in the future? You have the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and you have the Three of Pentacles. So in the near future, a lot of you are going to have to choose an important decision. And the decision has a lot to do with whether or not you are open to cooperating with a specific person that you've had a lot of issues with. You've had issues with a specific person, but all in all, in the future, you're going to realize how much you need to work with this person. And it's taking you time to make that decision because some of you may feel like you don't want to work with this person. You don't want to cooperate with them. Maybe you don't want to have anything to do with them. But essentially, there is an importance here about having patience with yourself and making an important decision about working with this person together to find common ground. Now, you have the Chariot, which means you are moving on from something in the near future. Okay, by mid-May, it's clear that you're moving on from something. You have the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Six of Cups. Somebody that you have a history with, somebody that you were very much in love with. It's done. It's over. There is a breakup here, or there's a a disappointment that happens in the near future, and it's connected to somebody from your past. Okay. I feel like in the near future, you're going to have no other choice but to move on from the situation, as much as you may not want to. The Six of Swords is here as well too. I do feel a lot of you are moving away from a commitment here in the near future, a relationship or a commitment here. And what this is going to allow you to do is it's going to start allowing you to plant the necessary seeds for your future. So something here that you are very much committed to, you may look at the situation and say, it's time for me to move on. And this is going to give you the space and the energy needed to start something new in your life, that you should have started a long time ago. But because the situation's been holding you back for quite some time, and maybe you weren't honest with yourself about it, it really needs to come to an end, okay? And when it does come to an end, and you're gonna realize this yourself, it's not something I'm telling you to do, it's something that over time you're gonna realize because of the inconsistencies that have been taking place. So ultimately, for the fire signs, there's a lot of this ending energy and new energy coming in. And when Saturn enters into Aries at the end of May, on May 24th, a lot of us are going to see the truth. A lot of us are going to say, oh, I need to get serious. I need to get serious about my life, and I need to move forward into this new direction. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing for you. Let's get some advice for Sagittarius. Okay, so your advice, Sagittarius, you have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this could be very well connected to your finances. Your biggest piece of advice here is the Knight of Swords. You have the Emperor, and you have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So your biggest piece of advice here is to really be in this energy of being wise, okay? This is the Emperor energy. The Emperor is not somebody who makes brash decisions. The Emperor is not somebody who screams and yells. The Emperor is not somebody who does things without thinking. There's a lot of planning and thinking that is behind the thoughts and ideas, and most importantly, the wisdom of the Emperor. So your biggest piece of advice here is to recognize what type of lessons you have gone through that are going to allow you to get closer to this place of becoming independent. Your highest form and version of yourself is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is what you're trying to achieve. And you're trying to strive towards this energy. And in order to get to the Nine of Pentacles energy, you need to recognize what you need to change within yourself, what type of action you need to take, how you need to approach a situation. The best way to approach a situation is from a calm, grounded, and wise perspective. That means really contemplating and thinking very deeply about your situation and what important and quick changes need to be made, because a lot of you are going to realize that something in your life currently in the present moment is holding you back. It's very clear that it's done, it's over. It's just a matter of you finding the correct energy, wisdom, and information that you need to be able to move on from it. Okay. So this is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you got something from the reading. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.